Rasmus Højlund to Napoli. Here we go, deal agreed with Manchester United for the Danish striker to leave Old Trafford and try a new chapter. In Italy, returning to Serie A after being at Atalanta a few years ago, now joining Antonio Conte at Napoli. And contingency plan for Napoli after the injury of Romelu Lukaku, and now ready to sign Rasmus Højlund to say yes to Napoli project. Everything agreed with Man United, with the player Højlund to Napoli. Easy, here we go. Hey guys, welcome back here for our recap of the day with Kraken, as always, to update you on all the latest in these final days of the transfer window. And I wanted to start with the situation of Nicolas Jackson, a deal agreed between Chelsea and Bayern for 15 million euros loan fee, plus also an option to buy the player for 65 million euros, 25% sell-on clause, with the player in Munich. But then the injury of Liam Delap and Chelsea deciding for the player to go back to London. At the moment, Jackson doesn't want to return, spending the night in Germany because he wants to play for Bayern, but Chelsea told him to return, so let's see if they can find a solution in the next 24 hours. Meanwhile, Chelsea make a bid to Barcelona, 40 million euros for Fermin Lopez, but at the moment the player is still not indicating his preference for the future, and Barcelona say that they don't want to accept 40 million euros, and also they don't have any indication from Fermin on desire to leave the club. So Barcelona very calm and confident to keep Fermin Lopez, but Chelsea really tried hard with 40 million euros. Piero Hincapié coming to Arsenal after saying goodbye to Bayer Leverkusen fans, all set for his move to be officially completed. The two clubs, Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen, have an agreement, the player as well, and so he will soon travel to London for medical test and contract signing. Liverpool bid for Marguerite, £35 million plus 10% sell-on clause. No problem in the agreement with the player, no problem in the agreement also between the two clubs, but the point is if Crystal Palace will decide to approve the exit of Guehi or not, the player is not going to extend his contract, and so now they have to decide at Palace if they want to keep Guehi and lose him on a free in 2026 or sell him now to Liverpool, also based on replacement. And don't forget that Liverpool are still working on Alexander Isak deal. Negotiations are ongoing, trying to get a green light from Newcastle, but at the moment still time to wait. Jamie Vardy to Cremonese. Here we go. Deal agreed for Leicester City legend to leave England and try a new chapter in Italy. The new promoted team in Serie A with 6 points in the first 2 games are now signing the Leicester legend, the man who made history, Jamie Vardy. 1-year contract, 1-year option. He will be in Italy tonight for medical test and contract signing. Jamie Vardy to Cremonese. Here we go. The goalkeepers market is going crazy 24 hours before the end of the summer transfer window. Manchester United in negotiations with Aston Villa to sign Emiliano Dibu Martinez. The player already said yes to the move. He wants to go to Man United, and now negotiations between clubs. Let's see if there is going to be a player into the conversation. Maybe Jadon Sancho could be an option for Aston Villa, but meanwhile Man United have an agreement with Dibu Martinez. He wants to go to Old Trafford, and now the deal depends on the two clubs negotiating with a verbal agreement to be reached if everything will be in place in the next 24 hours. Man United also maintain the other option, Senne Lammens from Royal Antwerp, but still no agreement club to club. Antwerp want 25 million euros, and they don't have an agreement with United, who wanted to pay around 20. And then Lammens could become an option for Aston Villa if Dibu Martinez goes to Manchester United. Don't forget the other side of Manchester, because Manchester City are ready to sign Gigio Donnarumma. Everything is ready, just depending on Ederson. If Ederson goes to Fenerbahce in the next 24 hours, exclusive news from last night, negotiations ongoing, City, Fenerbahce. Well, if Ederson leaves and goes to Turkey, in that case, Donnarumma to Manchester City, as I always told you, will be. Here we go. Edon Zegrova to Juventus. Here we go. Deal agreed for the Kosovo winger to leave Lille and join Juventus. Transfer fee around 20-25 million euros. And so new signing for Juventus. Zegrova is flying to Turin tonight with his agents. Deal agreed also with the player who wanted to go to Juventus despite reports on Olympique Marseille. And so Zegrova to Juventus. Here we go. Nico Gonzalez to Atletico Madrid. Here we go. Deal agreed with the Argentinian winger to join Atleti from Juventus. Loan deal with option to buy to become mandatory under certain conditions, including his appearances. The transfer fee will be under 35 million euros. Agreement done between clubs, and Nico is flying to Madrid tonight to complete his move to Atletico and to become a new Cholo Simeone player. So everything has been agreed. Nico Gonzalez to Atletico and Zegrova to Juventus. It's a double exclusive. Here we go. Gigio Donnarumma to Manchester City. Here we go. New goalkeeper for Man City after signing James Trafford earlier this summer. Gigio Donnarumma, one of the very best in the world, is joining Man City, wanted by Pep Guardiola and now ready to make his new move after playing for AC Milan in Italy and playing for Paris Saint-Germain and winning everything in France, ready to join Manchester City. All done on player side already days ago, as I told you, now also done club to club with Paris Saint-Germain, and so new chapter for Gigio Donnarumma, destination Etihad Stadium with Manchester City. And here we go.